Guys, I'm back again because now that I just came back from my daughter's bus stop after finding some dock leaves, I stopped by the garden to see what's going on or what's growing in the garden. So it's looking a little shabby right now because I have not gotten to cleaning it up yet because it's not even spring, and you know the bees are resting, right? But look what's going on here. So we got off the bat here, we got some broadleaf dock. I'm sorry, I said broadleaf dock. That's not what it is. Broadleaf dock was the first thing. So this is daisy fleabane. This is one of my favorite native wild weeds that grows in this area in my yard. The leaves are perfect for salad replacement, for salad lettuce leaves. They're great to use as lettuce, especially when they're little. You just have to pick a lot of them. Another one I love, hairy bitter cress. This is really very nutritious. Very nutritious. Both of these plants, hairy bitter cress and daisy fleabane, are both very useful for healing from colds and respiratory infection, by the way. So as you can see, there's a lot of hairy bitter cress growing here. So I'll just be picking little green parts, healthy green leaves of all these plants. And even though these are slightly furry, you don't notice the furs. It's totally fine to eat these raw. They're not like mullein where the furs are going to bother you. You're not even going to notice them. They're not noticeable at all. It's really fine. Also, when you go outside to forage, bring a bowl. Because I always do this, and it's been like 3-4 years now that I come out every day, every time I have a meal, 1 to 2 times a day, and pick a ton of greens. And then they're falling out of my hand. So bring a bowl, because I always do this spontaneously, and I forget to bring a bowl. Anyway, let's see what else we got here. So here it looks like we have some dandelion leaves, very tiny ones. It could be chicory. Actually, that is chicory. I believe these are chicory. And this is dandelion. See, the dandelion is spiky. And the chicory is rounded. Now, some dandelions are rounded, which makes this very tricky. So I just don't bother worrying about differentiating which it is. They're both edible. They're both safe. They're both healthy to eat. And if you find anything that looks like a dandelion or a chicory, it is going to be completely safe. As long as it is the same as a dandelion and it's not some random leaf. You have to know. You know, I know. So for me, the dandelion, I'm not sure if it's dandelion or chicory. I know it's only those two. Like there's really nothing else that grows out here that looks like that. Especially that's a toxic look like. So that's how I know it's totally fine and safe. And I've been doing this for years in the same garden. So I know what's growing here anyway. Let's look for more. Got more daisy fleabane. Now, daisy fleabane is a biennial. Right now, this is the rosette stage. It's going to grow green leaves for the first year. And then next year, it's going to grow into tall flowers. There's going to be tall stalks of flowers. So, yeah, I got a nice little pile of greens here. Let's get some more bitter cress. I really like hairy bitter cress. I think it's really undervalued. Nobody really knows about it. People don't really know about it. It's a really great plant to eat. Not bad. Plus I have my broadleaf dock leaves in my pocket. Oh, and then we can come over here and get a nice fresh strawberry leaf. Look at that. Beautiful. Pop 2 of these babies off. Look at that. Beautiful strawberry leaves. And then we can come check over here and see what's growing in this. See if we got anything going on over here. It looks depressing now, but wait till I wash it and eat. You're going to be like, oh, wow. All right, what else is growing in here? So this is carrot. I'm not going to eat this raw. You can, but I don't like to. Here we have chickweed. And chickweed. Oh, look, it's growing its first flower of the year. Look at that. Okay, can you zoom? Can you focus, please, camera? Alright, we need this to focus. What's going on here? Why can't I focus on this flower? Can you see the flower? See that little white flower there? So we're gonna just pick that off. It's very tiny, it's just starting to form, but it's got a little white flower. Chickweed has little white flowers. It's called Stellaria media. Stellaria media, or media, chickweed. And Stellaria media chickweed grows little star-shaped white flowers, and it grows these little vines, kind of. They're not exactly vines, but they grow on like little, you know, a little like that. See? It grows like a little long thing, and you can just pull that little section off like this. Like it's like a little section, and you just pull them off. You just chop off the little tips like that. So what else do we have growing in here? Let's see. More daisy fleabane right there. The carrot. Daisy fleabane. More daisy fleabane. It's a lot of daisy fleabane going on in here. Oh, another chickweed. Look, we got another chickweed growing. Okay, I don't want to take too much, so I'm just going to clip it right there. See, and then that'll have to grow another long section that I can pull off next time. So already I got a little tiny salad going. It didn't take too long, and it would have been only just a minute if I wasn't videotaping. So it's very quick and easy to go outside and just find some edible plants. Just look on the ground. The only thing is you have to know. See, I've been doing this, so I know what they are by looking. If you're not sure, you need to take a picture of it and try doing the Google Lens or reverse image search, so you could see what the internet says it is. Then you look up that plant name and check, is that exactly the same as what I have here? Compare your photo with what you find online. And you could also look on, now if you think you got the right thing, then you look on a website and find another website that shows you the same info. Then look up how to identify blank name of plant blank. You know what I mean? And then read the defining characteristics. You know, a square stem, furry leaves, rosette. You know, stuff like that. And then you compare and make sure it's correct. The last most important thing is to check if that plant, once you think you know what plant you have, before you go and forage and eat it, find out, look up, does blank plant have any toxic lookalikes? Now, if your answer is no, there are no toxic lookalikes, you don't have to worry about a thing. Go ahead and just pick it once you're sure. Now, if it does have toxic lookalikes, you need to take that list of lookalikes. It's only usually 2 or 3. And now you're going to look up each of those and get a picture of each of those. And now you're going to compare. And as long as they're drastically different and you're like, oh, for sure that's not this. You know, like it's saying like, you know, an orange tree and you have a rose bush. Like, and you're like, okay, this is definitely not an orange tree. Like, it's clearly not. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like, okay, one toxic lookalike is, let's say, orange tree, even though it's not toxic. Well, I know it's not that. Next toxic lookalike, blueberry bush. Okay, well, I have a rose, so this is definitely not the right thing, because that's blueberries and this is roses and they're flowers and they make red little berry rose hips. So this is not the right plant. So it's not that lookalike, you know. And then let's say the next lookalike will be like a dandelion. Okay, that's just a single little plant with, you know, a stem, maybe multiple stems, and it's not a bush like what I have, rose bush. So okay, it's not that. So okay, boom, my 3 toxic lookalikes are now definitely not it. So now that I'm sure I identified the right plant, I canceled out, I cross-referenced the toxic lookalikes, compared, made sure it's not toxic. Now you know, okay, I'm good. Like, I looked in 3 different sources. I checked the identifying characteristics. I compared the photo. I compared the plant to other photos from 3 different like sites or books, different sources, right? I like to do a website, a book, and you know, at least 3 different sources, at least 2 or 3 different websites, or a book in a website, or 2 books, or 3 different books, or whatever the case may be. You need to get, if you're sure you have a plant, just double check it with 2 more sources, 3 sources, okay? Just to be sure. And then once you start harvesting, foraging, and you start to know these plants, you're not going to need the book anymore. Like once you get what dandelions look like and you're picking them all the time, you're not going to need to worry anymore about if it's a dandelion or not, because they don't even have toxic lookalikes to begin with. And the ones that might be considered lookalikes are not even that close local resemblance. So, you know, as you start doing this, you'll have more confidence. But you can have total confidence. Just don't eat anything till you're sure. And if you're sure, the way to be sure is to follow my steps that I just explained. And if anyone has questions or they're confused and they're just starting foraging, feel free to ask me. Message me, comment, whatever. Like, hit me up. Ask me. I'll make a video about it. All right? Have a great day.